This
Going to
conference will now be recorded.
sure. Today we are going to learning the course name called Mulesoft. First of all, Mulesoft, what is Mulesoft? Mulesoft is nothing but a integration tool. What is meant by integration? We have a two systems, like example consider as we have a two applications. Applications or system both are same. People are using the different words only. Both are same. So if we have a two applications, we want to exchange the data from one application to other application. Integration tool is required. So transferring the data is a mandatory of using as integration tool. Yes. Why? Because two different applications, nothing but application A built towards Java, application B built towards .NET technology. Two different technologies means syntax, structure, language, anything is all everything is a different tool. There is no sync between two different technologies. Like both are Java and .NET using for to develop the web applications only in online. But Java language syntax and everything is different. .NET syntax and everything is different. So these kind of scenarios, when you want to exchange the data, mandatory integration tool is required. Then usually we are doing anything. We are doing online. Uh, so many things online: purchasing the product, transferring the amount, buying the tickets, and entire one. If you open the net banking or if you open the ICICI bank, any bank, we are using the different tabs. So we don't know which kind of technology the corresponding application was built, but simply we are logging up with our credentials or creating an account and submit the request, and we are getting the confirmation message. So submit the request is your data is going to be communicating one application that we don't know which technology it was implemented. And once you are getting the confirmation message through your Gmail and your mobile network, also. Mobile network, I don't know what kind of mobile network you are using, but that mobile network also using different technology, and your Gmail also different technology. So this is how like we don't know how many systems we are interacting internally, but you are logged into one application and are getting the final response. That is what usually we are following to the when you are logged into the online. But internally, your data is going to be communicating multiple applications. So this is who will take care of all these things. Your data is one technology, and your data is going to be communicating other technology of the application. Who will carry the data? Who will transfer the data? How we are going to interacting to the other application? Because example, if I'm going to learn any technology in the market like SAP, all these things, SAP have some standards on like what is the architecture, what is the technology, what is the communication, what is the format, what is the syntax, everything we are learning. So, like the same way, if we want to communicate with the other technology of the application, other technology simply not accepting your communication, your data. That other technology of the application saying that, hey, this is the standard which I'm following. Can you please customize and send it to me? Then only I can process your request. That kind of customization we are going to do inside the integration tools. Without integration tools also we can transfer the data because some couple of technologies are available. They are not using integration tools, but they are communicating the one technology on. Means exchanging the data from one technology to other technology. That is also possible. But there is a limitation. If we want to extend the data from one minute, please. Okay, sorry. So like without integration tools also people are using to transfer the data on. But we can possible, but there is a limitation. The thing is that what is kind of limitation? So limitation means if we want to transfer the data from one application to other application, both are same kind of communications. Communication means example SAP if you want to communicate means if you want to interact. SAP have a communication protocol like connector, like connections. Each technology they have their own communication, like nothing but a network, like how we are going to transfer the data, like HTTP, consider the HTTP. HTTP is the one of the communication protocol. Okay, the same way, each technology they have their own communication protocol. They have their own format. Format is nothing but a like SAP technology or Salesforce technology or Java, .NET or Azure, anything. They have their own format. Nothing but format, nothing but what we know, like Word format, Excel format. Like there are multiple formats which you are aware only who are using the laptop the same way. Each technology, there are plenty of formats are available in the market. Not only these, whatever we discussed, plenty of formats are available. Each technology they have their own format. So communication is different from each technology. Format is different from each technology. Architecture is different from each technology. Structure of the data is different from each technology. These are the changes is required before sending the data to other technology of the application. But I'm going to transfer the data from other application, one of the other application. It can be possible without integration tools, yes, but limitation is both are same. There is no change between one application to other application. Then we can transfer the data. But there is any customization is required before sending the data. Example, customization nothing matter. If you open like plenty of application online, we are doing some sign up pages. Imagine like sign up pages, each form is not same like all the applications. The form is different. Like some places like first name, last name only. Some pages like there are plenty of data they are asking. So that is what if you want to sign up your page, fill all your details. Your data is going to be storing into other technology, maybe a database or cloud or any other server or a storage place. They are going to store your data on. This is the customization only, because if you want to store the data into the any storage place, that system also not accepting your data only. Simply if you want to transfer, that system is asking, hey, this is the standard which I am following, you should follow before sending to me. Then only the system is allowing to maintain your data as a backup. Otherwise simply reject the system. But without integration, I told you that both are same. Everything is same. Then we can do that. But in the market, we are logged into the multiple applications only. Each application they have their own technology implemented. Then how we are going to transfer the data because of integration tools. So any doubt here till now, let's just explain. Let me know. I'm going to clarify. Okay, good. So what is the drawback? Like I told you, right? Like without integration tool, what are the drawbacks? Example, take a very simple one. Now we are doing NEFT transaction from ICICI Bank to HDFC Bank. ICICI Bank is one technology, HDFC Bank is different technology. Initially, imagine both are same technology. It was built ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank. Usually, we don't know which technology they are using to build their applications only. But imagine we are both are same technology, but we are doing the NEFT transactions only. So initially, like they are not using any integration tool. But anyway, both are same, right? There is no customization required before sending the data. So whatever they are sending, you are using the same data is going to be inserting into the communicating to the HDFC Bank. But example, in the going forward, HDFC Bank decided there is a new technology and new features are available in the market. That technology is going to be supporting more to HDFC Bank. So HDFC Bank is decided to invest some money to migrate that application. because viewpoint of view, performance point of view, user friendly, anything, because technology is not a standard. There are sorry, they keep on new technologies are coming, and the same way people are using the technology, they build their applications and they are doing something. But what about the ICC bank? Because HTC bank completely changing, and even communication, everything has been changed due to that new applications only. But still, ICC bank wants to communicate with the HTC bank because owners are different. They have their own money. They are going to invest and they are giving best to the customers. But ICC bank has to decide it. Still, ICICI Bank wants to communicate with HDFC Bank should migrate on it. Otherwise, ICICI Bank losing the communication or business to the HDFC Bank. But ICICI Bank do not have money to invest to migrate their application, whatever HDFC Bank is using. This is the drawback on it. So people are still like we are communicating to the multiple applications, and any one of the application migrate with a new or anything. Still, I want to communicate that applications without modifying the new changes. Integration tool is the one of the solution. Whatever the business transaction has been happened before, the same is going to be communicated. That is what they mentioned here with problems of point-to-point integration. Point-to-point integration nothing but a one application to one application. But we are using as an integration tool, we can communicate not only point to point, more than one application also. More than one applications also. Example, we are doing the bus tickets, train tickets, we are doing the flight tickets. One request is communicating the multiple applications. Okay, that means multiple systems parallelly. That is also one to many communications. Plus, we are doing the like order. We are purchasing something in online. Imagine. So you are logging to the page like Amazon and selecting the product and entering, doing some payment, all these things. Finally, you are receiving the confirmation message. Your order has been approved. All these things. Who will take care of all these things? You selecting the product in Amazon. You are getting the message. Your payment has been detected. One message. Order has been confirmed. One message. Again, you are facing some issue. Calling to the customer care. Again, someone has to come in and deliver your product. Who will take care of all these things? Integration tool is required. One request communicating the multiple systems internally, that is also possible of the integration tool. One request communicating the multiple systems parallel, because like once you select the pro payment, your request is going to the payment system, maybe that is a bank, validating the card details, getting the confirmation message your payment has been uh, credited or debited. Again, you are internally the bank application sending your request to the vendor application validating the confirmation of the payment, and they are sending the message to you. We are receiving your order and processing your request. Just a high level I'm giving. And there is some third party guy coming and delivering the product. In between, if you have any clarification, call to the customer care. So this is how we don't know how many applications interacting internally, but each application they have their own technology they built. The communication be happening because of integration tools. So drawback is both are same. If any in between any one application migrated, modified, anything, still you want to communicate the business. You don't want to lose it. An integration tool is required in these cases. So that is what they mentioned. Protocol I told you right. Each technology different protocols. Message type also. Message is nothing but a format. So if you are using the point to point, both are same format. If something change, we losing the previous one. So single point of failure. Single point of failure nothing but a, like if you are interacting with the multiple systems, if any one because you are doing some certain product and done the payment, and finally you are receiving notification. If your payment has been completed, but your order has not yet confirmed, then what to do? We are calling to the communication, customer care. They are going to They are raising a request and tracing your solution, like your problem, and providing the solution. So that is what. If you are communicating the multiple applications, something wrong, it's a very difficult to identify. It's a difficult to identify. This is the diagram. It's identify to which system it was failed. That is what. If you are using as a more applications point to point, it is like a clumsy. It's a very difficult because everything has the same format, everything has the same communication, everything is the same. But something change in between. The example A is F modified something, A losing the business. So these are the drawbacks they are going to identify. What is the alternative mechanism is integration tools. That is the main motto of integration is required in the real-time world. Without integration tools, we cannot exchange the data between application to application. Still, people are using very old technology applications also. Because currently, example consider Python. Example, like going forward after 2 years, Python plus plus. When there is a new technology, still it is not available. Python was I was implemented one technology by using Python. But Python plus plus, one of my friend after 3 years, like they are using Python plus plus technology, build the application. Then I want to communicate. Then how can it possible? Because of integration. My application remains to change, but their application new technology was implemented. Everything has been changed, but still I want to communicate. Otherwise, I'm losing the business. These are the drawbacks people are identifying integration tool. So integration tool is like a independent of the technology. Any technology, there is no specific technology to integrate, right? Not like this. Any technology that is legacy technologies, current technologies, or new technologies also, if you want to integrate, integration tool is required. That is the reason they are calling the integration tool as a independent of the technology. Okay, and if you by using integration tool, one-to-one applications also we are interacting. That is nothing but a technically point of view, point-to-point integration. By using integration tools, we can interact with the one-to-many communications also parallelly, like your bus and train or flight tickets. By using integration tool, we can interact one application. If you are sending request to one application internally, that application communicate to another application, that application communicate to another application. Finally, you are receiving the communication. You are receiving the confirmation. That is your shopping cart application. So we don't know like how many application technology people are using that. So that is the reason integration tool is required to integrate the application. So any doubts here? Let me. Okay,
No,
sure.
sir. All good.
Okay. So if I want to implement integrations, like what are the things is required? So as I told you, like connector or communication. First of all, communication is required. Technically, people are using connector, communication protocol, or adapter. In name is different, like the behavior is common. That is called adapter. Transformation. So data transform, like you are doing something like EFT, your card is like your beneficiary name and amount, account details. If something you are that is called one kind of data, like you are entering UI and submit the request. That is one technology was implemented. The same data is going to be interact with other applications. That is different technology. So technology different, everything different. That is what I told you, right? That is called transform the data. Transformation nothing but your data is going to be transformed to other application. That is called transformation. Transformation is transfer the data from one application to other application. That is nothing but a transformation. While doing transformation, if it is different technology, how we are going to fulfill to before sending the data, that kind of customization, data transformation, doing customization. Okay, we are using as integration tool. That is the reason they are using the word called transformation. to transform the data from one to one application, one to many applications. Routing, route to the applications. So like we have a plenty of applications. We are going to interact. One application, you are going to communicate one application, but internally your request come in multiple applications only. So that is what route to which route, which application I'm going to route, which application I'm going to route this request. That is called routing the data. Nothing but routing the data. So filtering the data. Generally, we are going to selecting the options, search options only. So search criteria and advanced normal search, kind of just like this one. Like if I open any web page, we have a multiple tabs like loans, loans contain personal loan, that kind of filtering the mechanism. This all comes under integration mechanism concepts. So what is like example like I told you right like a connector. So this is the high level diagram in this case. This is the .NET application, imagine, and this is your like like nothing but a Java application. This is ICICI Bank. That is what we discussed just now. This is called HSC Bank. Now you are doing the like you are logged into the .NET application. That is called ICICI Bank. Something you are doing and submit the request. First of all, once you submit your request, internal how it happening. Once you submit, there is a connector. So the example, this is the .NET technology. .NET connector is required. This application built was SAP connector is required. This application built was example large system, Salesforce, Salesforce connector is required. This connector is nothing but a adapter. I told you adapter, connector, anything is same. Communication protocol, anything is same. Different names. First of all, connector is collecting the data from this application. So without connector, we cannot collect the data. Same thing, like generally, we are doing also in the not technically point of view. So like we are going to hand over one courier to courier office only mesh. What we are going to do? We are using some transport if it is a not nearby outside house. Going by walk or using a two-wheeler or three-wheeler, four, whatever it may be. Whatever the transport you have, you are using and hand over the item to courier office. Correct. The your transport is nothing but physically your two-wheeler, four-wheeler, three-wheeler. That is physical. In the technical point of view, connector they are calling. Connector always monitoring the applications. Connector is always monitoring your applications. So who will develop this connector? This connector who is the responsible to develop because two-wheeler, three-wheeler, someone third party they develop and they are launching in the market. We are buying and we are using whatever you want. You can use it only. The same way, in the market there are hundred of technologies available. Hundred of connectors also available in the market. One connector only one technology. We cannot use them other technology of the applications. Who will responsible to develop this connector? Whatever the integration tool we are using, that integration tool is responsible to develop the connectors also. But if you want, you can develop your own connector also. That is the secondary, okay, alternative. Okay, but integration tool is the responsible to develop the connectors, and we are using the connectors. So, but simply they are not providing the free of cost. They are charging the money because the response, yes, I have developed this connector and your application wants to communicate or application Salesforce, then we can go and interact with the Mulesoft team. Hey, can you please provide me access? Then they're asking the money only. If it is a more expensive, then people are developing their own connector also. But mandatory connector. This connector is always communication, like nothing but a monitoring the application. When once customer submit the request, connector simply collecting hand over the integration tool. This is called virtual layer called integration tool. This integration tool is identify a once receive the data and example if you want to transfer the data to SAP JMS whatever it may be any application. Yes, which system do I need to transfer? what is the behavior of this technology of the application. So everything, structure, all these things, and even transforming the data, nothing but it. What is the format? Because .NET application sending the data as Excel format. Okay, but like Java application saying that, hey, I'm not accepting as a Excel format. You should convert that content as a Word format, send it to me. Because just I'm giving a example only, a Excel Word format. They are using their own formats only. Okay. Then what to do? The integration tool collecting the data before sending to the whatever the application. Yes, this is the technology application I'm going to transfer. This is the format is going to accepting. The transformation, nothing but a customization we are doing, virtual layer, nothing but integration tool. We are always here only. This is the place, the integration tool name called Mulesoft. So we are how to receive the data, what connectors are reading, using. Once receiving, what kind of customization we are doing before sending the data. Now we are always, this is the place. That is the reason integration tools are sitting in the middle place to communicate the multiple applications. Simply transfer to the system. So, because one technology, imagine like Vodafone or Airtel, imagine just very frequently we are using. Vodafone is a company, but Vodafone contains 300, 400 applications or products. Each product one technology. Now we are transfer the data. Each product migrations, developments, interactions. So this is how we are going to integrate the applications. So now our integration tool is identify. Yes, this is the technology of the plan it is transfer. We should understand the standards of each technology, communication data, all these things. We can do it inside the integration tools. Once it is completed, again we need to identify target, nothing but whatever the application you are sending, that application connector also it is required. The same way, right? Once you are dispatching your courier to the courier office, then what he can do is going to be identify state. That is kind of customization. State like city or towns, whatever it means. That I what of sorry that so that courier guy is going to be doing all these things. Once customization has been completed, they are going to identify who is the transport. The same way, they are going to hand over that transport. The transport is responsible to deliver the product to whatever the two orders which is from orders you have mentioned, right? They are going to dispatch it. The same way, the customization has been completed. That is generally technical point of view. Customization has been completed. Then what to do? Again, this is integration tool is identified. Yes, this is the connector is required. Nothing but physically transport. Now connector technical. By using this connector, it is going to be dispatching the data to finally application. Again, you are receiving the response. Correct. Doing a NEFT, right? We are receiving the response. Amount has been credited. This is the confirmation transaction. So once it is completed, then this application again sending the confirmation back to this connector. This connector hand over data to integration tool. Again, data transformation. Data transformation considered as a just if amount has been credited or debited, whatever it may be. We are receiving the two messages only. One is your text message, one your Gmail message. So same content, like format is different. Text message is 4 lines only, but mail structure is from to address and dear sir format, sincerely thanks, all these things. But almost the content is similar. That is called format. This is the text format, this is the mail format. But the confirmation message, this is the application sending to integration tool, but integration tool sending back to this application of person only. Correct? So this is going to be identify, hey, I received one custom messages, but they are accepting, they want two different applications. Different application, two different formats. Who will take care? The format to different application identified is the integration tool responsibility. The same message is going to be converted to different formats that integration tool is responsible. It is going to be delivered data to them. So this is how like we are interacting in the multiple system, multiple format, multiple communications, multiple structures. We are doing and sending the data. This is mainly like integration tool is the responsible. That is the reason they are sitting in the middle to transfer the data. The same data .NET mail system is SAP also. The same data are sending partner systems or large systems. Routing the applications, even the same I told you, right? Like you are login now doing payment internally, your route to the application. Hey, this request now route to vendor application. So vendor is going to identify. Then what to do? Vendor send a confirmation message. Customer, we are receiving the confirmation message. Again, vendor is going to be hand over to third party guy to for delivering route to that application. That the third party guy coming and deliver the hand over the item to customer. That is route to the application. Which application route to internally? That is called routing the application. So you are going to route this one. You are going to route this one. While routing, technology applications seem different. Then we can again each one application. So your Amazon to bank application, you are routing only. Your bank application to sending confirmation, vendor to routing application, vendor to customer, like receiving the order, so on so date we are going to deliver. Just for they are sending a notification. Also. That is also route to the application. Because when you are transferring the data multiple systems, multiple content also transferring. Example, your Amazon to bank, what is the content? Your card details is the content. You are sending the card details, they are validating your card details, sufficient fund is available, and they are going to deducting and sending confirmation message. Hey, this is amount has been deducted, current is still this is the outstanding one. That is content only. That the same content is not sending to the vendor only. Vendor content is different. Vendor point of view, hey, we are receiving the we have done the payment. This is my confirmation message. Please process the customer order. That is content is different. Again, vendor receiving the order from the confirmation from the bank. Vendor sending a message to the customer. Hey, we are successfully receiving your order. We are working on this so and so date it is going to be delivering. What is the data of vendor to customer? Content is different. This each application content also different, structure also different, technology different, format is different. Like this, we are doing in online, very fraction of seconds. That is internally happening. That is the reason the route to the application, filtering the data, and like transferring the message using the connector to interact with the multiple systems. Any doubts? Let me. Okay, sure. So when to use and when not to use as integration. I told you right. Simple transfer, there is no point to use of anything. Any customization more than one in one system you are going to interacting, and the integration tool is different. That is technically they mentioned here as well. Okay. So like what are the different integration products are available? First of all, we are learning the Mulesoft as an integration tool. This product owner is Salesforce. So product owner is Salesforce. Apart from this one, there are plenty of integration tools available. Why Mulesoft is required? TIPCO, company name TIPCO, product name TIPCO, like Oracle Fusion, okay, like IBM product like IIB, okay, Dell product Boomi, like this, okay. There are plenty of integration tools are available. But not only this one, there are plenty of also, but these are the somewhat famous integration tools. But when compared to that, before Windsor, TIPCO is the one of the topmost integration. Because when we are doing the complexity integration, 10 application, 20 application, that is one of the complexity of the integration. And that while doing the integration, the complexity or anything, the TIPCO is the best solution only. It is a completely user-friendly tool. All this is that is the reason. When come to other also, most of the organizations are using as a TIPCO product. Now Mulesoft point of view. So if I'm going to launching anything in the market, obviously I'm going to look into the competitor. So we are going to analyzing that competitor and we are giving the best to that. Then only people are attracting your product on. Correct. The same way, Tipco is a very very expensive product, but that is giving the solution. So that is the people are using. But small organizations, there is no option because they do not have money to buy. They are doing some small integration. Then what to do? They are choosing other integration products. But people are thinking like they are not giving the best to that. Something is different and come Tipco, then there is no other option people are using. When coming to the Millsoft point of view, Millsoft is also not an open source product. It is also like commercial product only. But whatever Tipco will do, the same plus better Millsoft will do that. Okay, that is one reason. And small piece of work I'm going to integrate. Mine is a small organization. Okay, I do not have money. Then what is the alternative? Look at the MillSoft as integration product. MillSoft is providing the options only. Hey, if the tool is available in online, if you want, you can use it only. But we never support that. That support is Tipco is not provided. Small piece of work I'm going to integrate. Mine is small organization. I want to integrate. I want to use the Tipco. Then they are citizen. We should buy the product. Otherwise, we cannot provide that support. But MillSoft giving the options and deployment also last 2.5 year around 3 years only tip also migrate to the cloud only, but Microsoft is giving the options. But the cloud is very expensive, but small organization they are not, there is no money to buy. Okay, to buy the cloud, then alternative also on-prem server. Okay, standalone server, cloud server. Standalone means even on-prem also you should buy, but standalone no need to buy, just so that available there. Millsoft server site, they are keeping the server. If you want, you can download, you can deploy the applications. But you never get support on it. But small piece of work, I don't want any customer support of the Millsoft related things. I can do it also. And not only this one, like it is a very user friendly tool. Okay, everybody can learn very easily to integrate the application, and complexity of the integrations also we can do it very easily, and security also. If you are when you are bound to buy the product, you are using the benefits. First of all, commercial. Okay, so that is anyway. I have given the clarification, advantage, features, user friendly. Then finally security, because we are transferring the data sometimes as a sensitive data also. That security also, whatever the latest technology of the security features are available in the market, Microsoft is supporting, or else Microsoft also providing the security also. You can, if you want, you can use also. And this is the Salesforce product only. So they are giving some benefit to the customer if you buy the Salesforce also. Millsoft is something they are charging very less amount. Or Millsoft, if you are buying Salesforce also, they are giving some amount also very less. This kind of business transaction will be happening. Now most of the organizations migrating to the Millsoft. That is what they mention here only. Like so these are some commercial. This is a open source also. But don't think like Millsoft is a completely open source. They are giving an option. So what is Millsoft? Mill is to take the complexity out of integration. Complexity, nothing but I told you, right? If you want to integrate one-to-one also, you want to integrate more than 10 or 20 applications or 100 applications also. There is no limitations. So if you want to integrate 100 also, we can integrate the application. There is no limitations. So we can do it on enabling the developers easily build high performance, secure multi-protocol interactions. Anything will be happening really has been. Any doubts here? Let me know.
No,
So
sir,
any,
all clear.
yeah, go ahead, sir. Okay, okay.
No, I said all clear, all good.
Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So this is what there's just a one high level diagram I put here only. So like we have a cloud, SaaS application, social network, any kind of things. It is sitting in the middle place. We can interact with the multiple systems parallelly or one by one. We can send the data parallel or one by one. It's a SaaS application, social services, devices, cloud platforms, customers, partners, and suppliers. Any kind of data we can interact on. Okay, so first of all, any tool, any integration tool, what we are doing, we can understand what is integration. They can understand the MuleSoft just a high level, how it will interact, what is the benefits, what is the advantage, and come to other end. People are usually asking, hey, there are plenty of integration tools are available. Why should I learn the MuleSoft? What is the advantage? This is the solution. What is my integration? Anyway, I have given the clarification. What you are doing in integration tool, that just I'm giving the high level. This is completely tool-based product, not only MuleSoft, tip or anything. One integration tool you can learn, we can easily learn the other integration tools also. Okay, so integration tool terminology is same. Okay, but editor is completely the tool or nothing. Editor is completely different one. Okay, so what we are doing is a completely is a tool-based product only. We are developing the flows. What is meant by flow? Normally, we are also integration developer. People are using like middleware developers. Before that, we have a web developers also, or like application developers also. So what they are doing, they are going to writing the line of codes, nothing but a program. One program can contain multiple lines. Each line there is a behavior. One by one line executed, and finally get the output. That is nothing but a one program. The same way, MuleSoft or nothing but integration tools also, we are developing the flow. One flow contains multiple components. Okay, that components which is already built, we can drag that component and configure. That is the reason we are initially learning how to develop the flows. If I want to integrate one scenario, I want to develop one flow. What is meant by flow? Inside the flow, what is meant by component? How to interact, like how to create communication from one component to other component. Okay, one component to other component, that we are discussing during the training sessions. One requirement, if you want to integrate one application or anything, example, one requirement, it may require 50 components also, 10 flows also. The same, like one program can contain 1,000 lines also. They are writing the same way. One requirement, if you want to implement as an integration tool, 10 flows are also required. 10 flows contain, each flow contains 20 components also. So what is meant by flow? What is meant by component? How to integrate, how to communicate from one component to other component. Because component which is already built, we can drag the component. Which scenario, which component is required, how to configure each component, how to merge all flows to fulfill the requirement. That is, we are learning the training session. So that is I'm going to cover it during the training session. What you are learning means how to develop the flow. Each flow contains how many components. Each component, what is the behavior? How to measure all the flows and to fulfill the final output to the customers. That we are discussing the training sessions. That is the reason this is completely tool-based product only. It's a complete drag and drop tool. We can drag it and we can develop the flows. Any doubt here? That is what they mentioned. How message nothing but your request data passing from different applications. What is meant by flow means they are giving just a high level. Carrying the data from message provider and message consumer. Provider means this is one application and this is one application. This is providing the data to integration. This is consuming the data from application. So how carrying the data from message provider consumer. While carrying the data, we are doing routing and transferring and filtering only. So that is what they mentioned here. This is the integration tool. We are routing and filtering and transforming the data. This is your source application, nothing but your ICC bank. This is your HTC bank. Imagine once you are doing something to submit, this is called your connector and hand out the data. Do some customization. This is your connector delivering the data. Technical terminology, they are calling the your source and target. As an integration point of view, like so ICC bank sending the data to HCC bank only. Direct, there is no communication. We are sitting in the middle place. As integration developer point of view, as we are receiving the data from the ICC bank is your source. We are sending the data to the HCC bank, that is your target. That is what they mentioned. Like source of message provider and consumer also same word. Source and target also same word. Name is different. Where is common. While carrying the data, we can do it only. We can transfer and filtering all these things. That's why. Single flow can integrate a number of applications as well, because one flow can contain multiple systems we are going to connect. This is just like a high level. What is the flow? I'm giving heads up. So like this is just like I told you that component is the old version of it. This is the component point of view. This is one component, like how to use this component, how to drag it, how to configure. Once this is complete, next component, what it is required, how to do it and drag it the same way, next component. Like this, we are developing the flows only. This is the transferring the data, one component, other component only. Simply, if you're dragging randomly, system cannot support that. There is a behavior and standard we should follow, then only flow will support only to transfer the data. This is just like an introduction, like nothing but like I want to like say like what is the integration tool, what is an advantage. There are plenty of integration why we learn the means of. So okay, what we are doing, like apart from the means of what are other integration tools are required, and what we are learning during the training session, because because it is a drag and drop tool, what it drag, what doing the customization, that just heads up. This is just like introduction. Okay, so you guys have any clarifications, you can let me know. I'm ready to clarify. From tomorrow session, like what course content, what software is required, and how to configure in your mission, and what are the topics, detailed information. Each and every topic I'm going to explain tomorrow session only, and what software is required, what list of software is required during the training session, how to install that software in your laptop or personal desktop, hardware and software information I'm going to discuss tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow session. Any doubts, you can let me know.
So do you have any
Okay.
course? Do you have any
Yeah.
course content or something like that
Yes,
from
yes, sir.
tomorrow?
We have some course content only.
Yeah.
So that we are going to share.
Okay.
Anything else you want to discuss?
No, no, so that's it. Good.
Okay, that's all for mine today. Okay. Thank you so much for joining now. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll connect
Have a
tomorrow.
good day.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.